Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Discovery Bay, Hong Kong, China. My name is Scotty Yang, and alongside Mr. Keith Fong, we will be covering this game between Hong Kong, China, and Ukraine for you. And this important game is going to be underway very soon. Let's first welcome our officiating crew from Latvia, Cynthia Kaman, the referee, linespersons from Italy, Daniela Egger, and from the Netherlands, Amy Hoijers. This is the heavyweight class of the tournament. Both Hong Kong and Ukraine are perfect at 3-0, each sitting on 9 points. This match is essentially the gold medal game before the final day. Here is the commentary breakdown. First to come into the arena, it's going to be Team Ukraine. Ukraine has been clinical, outscoring opponents 17-5 in their first 3 games. They're tops in goals for and goals differential. Watch out for Valeria Manchak and Daria Timirenko. They lit up Hong Kong last year 10-2, and this year can Hong Kong make a comeback against these high-powered Ukraine team? And of course, playing host to the Ukrainian team, this is your Hong Kong Chinese team. Let's welcome the players on the ice. The hosts are playing a much tighter game this year, conceding only 2 goals in 3 games. Their defense has been the story of the tournament. Super goalkeeper, the Mock Wall, Kira Mock, has been almost perfect, conceding only 2 goals. For Hong Kong to win, they need to keep this low-scoring, grinding affair, need to be disciplined, avoid any penalties, and turn it into a track meet, because their speed is going to be helping Team Hong Kong, China. These are your Hong Kong Chinese girls. In the net, it should be Miss Kira Mock, number 25 again. Very, very good, solid team selected by the Hong Kong Association. And right here, your high-flying Ukraine team. Their goalie, number 20, Juliana Vilhan, very, very solid. One of the top 2 goalkeepers in the division. And the high power is going to carry them throughout the game. This game between Hong Kong, China, and Ukraine, we saw on the standings before the game. Very, very close stats. It's a full house tonight with a lot of locals and fans from around the area coming out to support their local team. And of course, we do have a large presence for the Ukrainians. Keith, any thoughts about the game today?
Scotty, thanks for having me. I'm quite excited to be here. Look at all the fans here for this game. This game is going to be obviously one of the most important games so far in the tournament. No guarantees for any of these 2 teams, but we're looking forward to a great game coming right up.
And we have face-off, 3 periods of 20 minutes each. In red, your Hong Kong Chinese team, and in yellow or gold, what they call it, the Team Ukraine. Players to watch out for Ukraine, obviously we won't need to watch out for number 12. That would be Valeria Manchak. Manchak has 10 points in 3 games, 4 goals and 6 assists, standing on top of the leaderboard. And their number 2 scorer, Paulina Telehina, 3 games, 4 goals, 2 assists for 6 points. Compared it with Hong Kong, China, their top scoring forward, Renee Yung, at 11th place with 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists in 3 games, and Yan Yun, 3 goals in 3 games in 15th place. Hong Kong, the key, as we said before the game started, is going to be maintaining their speed and be disciplined with their play. These two teams in the top, right, nice cross-ice pass. Hong Kong almost had a chance to get the puck onto the goalie. And now we have Team Ukraine coming back the other way. Very fast action, high tempo, high paced game early on in the game, Keith. Ukraine, number 15, moves it to number 5, Ilona Kipria. Hong Kong, Helen Shu, number 6. Tries to move it forward, intercepted by Ukraine. Sofia Couture to Skorodka, number 10. Kira Mock plays the puck to her teammate, moves it onto the left side. Nice pass to the center, tries to move in, intercepted by Manchak, number 12. Here's Ismailova, injured last game, but so far looks okay to play this game. Exciting start to the game. Both teams very high pace and aggressive, trying to generate more scoring chances. Here's a shot saved by Kira Mock, the goalie. But battle in the corner. Hong Kong with a nice move. That's Renee Ng, number 8. One of the top scorers of Hong Kong. Goes all the way in past the blue line, turns it to the left side with a shot. This one blocked. Ukraine with the rebound. And that's just a little over 2.5 minutes into the game, and we've already had numerous shots between both sides. And great passing and great speed. A reminder, in women's ice hockey, there's nobody checking. And the rules and the play style is going to be a little different from the men's side. Which, by the way, we do have the Men's World Championship, Division 3B here at DB Rink in a week. Busy time for the association staff and all the helpers around, which we would need to thank. Oh, here is number 14 from Simirenko with the shot. Saved by the goalie. Rebound, also saved. Listen to the cheers. Another shot by Ukraine, and this one wide. Ukraine finding cracks in the Hong Kong defense and trying to take advantage of it early in the game. Giving chase, number 5, Agnes Chim.
Well, you mentioned the keys to the game there, Scotty. Speed. Hong Kong needs to use that against obviously the bigger team in Ukraine. Defense, but the biggest defense is going to be their goaltending, which has been the star so far. Kira Mark, as she makes that save here on the breakaway here. Very steady, and she's going to have to be at top of her game if Hong Kong's going to win this one.
Face off in the Ukrainian zone. Hong Kong, number 7, Chao Ching Tung with a long shot. This one wide. Racing for the rebound. Ukraine gets it, traps it along the boards, and spins it the other way to their left side. Nice pass out there, a play of collision in mid-ice. No calls by the referee, and play goes on. Kirichenko, number 2, their solid defender on the right side, sends it over, tries to find Manchak. Yan Yuen with the shot, blocked by Ukraine. Chao Ching Tung, number 7, sends it into the other side. Collecting the puck is Kipria. Kipria moves it up to number 10, Skorodkov. Aggressive forechecking by Ukraine. And Hong Kong not making too many successful passes up front.
Hong Kong's not going to have too many of those breakaway, those easier chances like in the previous game. So they got to, once again, you got to put players in front of the net and get those garbage goals, like possibly this one right here coming up.
Here comes Ukraine. Nestorenko, number 15, taking a pass from number 5, Kipria. Nestorenko sends it to the center. Hong Kong strips the puck up, and now here is a breakout for Hong Kong, number 15, Tracy Wong, and we have a whistle.
Well, so far the play's been pretty even, and Hong Kong's able to come back. Like this, what another strength, right? They come back and they collapse. All 5 units come back and help out, and this is another key that they'll need against this Ukraine team.
Here's a long shot. Rebounded by number 18, Ismailova. Tracy Wong, one of the veterans on the team. Lopatina. Ukraine with a long pass. This one missed. But Ukraine going in with speed, making Hong Kong's job a little tougher. And Hong Kong was lucky to get the puck back. Try to send it to Rink. Probably their most lethal sniper on the team. And surely Ukraine is going to double team down on Rene. Here is almost a 2-on-1. But Sophia Couture was there to the puck first. Here is another race to the puck. Chao Ching Tung slightly off pace. But corrals the puck anyway. Onside play, Ismailova with a shot. Kiramak with the save. Hong Kong number 11, Chong Wing Yan with the puck.
That was a close place there. Almost a too many player penalty there, but referee decided not to call it. Offside
Elena
play.
crosses the blue line and it's a offside call.
So that last play there, just a little, when a player gets off onto the ice and if the player that's changing for is not in the bench, most of the time when they touch it, that's going to be called for a too many player on the ice. So that was very close, so that's why Ukraine, I guess, was not penalized.
13 and a half minutes to go in the opening period. Roja fires it to the right, Hong Kong interception. Helen Xu comes in. We have a great representation of Ukraine fans as well. Both sides chanting for their favorite team. Across Hong Kong Chinese fans on one side. To our left, you see a sea of red flags. Also, Ukrainian fans, quite a good number turning out to the rink today. Here's Nesterenko showing off her personal stick handling skills. Skurovka back to Nesterenko with a long shot. This one blocked by Kiramov. Rebounded by Ukraine. Dumps it back down low with number 15, Nesterenko. Hong Kong strips it out. Nice pass to Helen Xu. Dumps it in for a change. Lopatina with the puck in the corner. A little sloppy in the change for Ukraine, and luckily the puck didn't get to the gates. The puck was iced, but Hong Kong had a touch of the puck and it's waved off. Around 12 minutes remaining in the opening and still no score between these two exciting teams. Players colliding in front of the Hong Kong net, and Hong Kong gets the puck. Nice pass out to Tracy Wong, going in and loses the puck while she was trying to cut into the slot. 12 minutes remaining. Renee Ng on the right side, chips it in for Tracy Wong. Renee keeps it, dumps it down deep, back to the blue line. And Manchuk, the ever so dangerous Manchuk, going in. Manchuk with the pass, goalie made the save. What a fantastic save by Kiramok. I would say she saved the team from a goal. Kirichenko running into the Hong Kong forward attacker. No calls there as referee Cynthia Kaman seems to be liking to keep the flow of the game going. Here is number 14, Jimirenko, with a shot again saved by Kiramok. Manchuk interception. Hong Kong steals it, number 11, Chong Wing Yan on the right side with number 10, it's still it, waiting for the pass. Agnes Chim, number 5. High-paced game throughout the first period. Not a lot of stoppages in this game, and that's a good sign of a good hockey game. Here is Ukraine, number 10, Skorodkov. Hong Kong the other way with speed coming in, number 7, Chao Jing-tung. slides the puck around the rim to the other side, and Ukraine dumps it down the stretch of the ice, and it might be icing. No, icing's not called. Hong Kong comes out with the number 2, Tam Wing Hei. Moves it up to number 21, Chloe Fong, to Helen Shi with a shot. Blocked by skate. Here's the rebound by Chloe Fong. Kipria, number 5. Couldn't get past Andrea Lam. Helen Shi from behind the net. Player waiting in front of the net. Chloe Fong right there. Nestorenko chips it down. 9.5 to go in the opening. Tam Wing Hei tries to move past one. Couldn't get past the other. Hong Kong Yan Yun. Puck stolen away from her. Here's the shot blocked by a skate. Shooting the puck, Veronika Lishkovic. Couture backhands it forward to the left wing. Hong Kong corrals the puck, moves it to the other side. Kirichenko. Good change from Hong Kong. 9 minutes to go in the opening. Still no score between these two teams, as this preview of a gold medal game continues to be a very exciting and a high tension game.
Although the play's been pretty even so far, Hong Kong's not been able to get some really good grade A chances. All their shots so far have been far out, so Ukraine's done a great job. They had probably the best chances, that 2-on-1 where Kieran has made a great save though.
Ukraine in the corner, picks up the rebound. Here's Telehina, the second highest scoring forward on the Ukrainian squad. Here's a long shot. Here's Manchak. Hong Kong doing a great job shutting down Veronika Manchak. Valeria Manchak. But Mendenko, number 4. Cross ice to the right side. Telehina dumps it back out into the neutral zone. Under 8 minutes to go, still no score. It's anybody's game. Hong Kong coming up from their own zone. Number 7 is Chow Ching Tong, gets stripped away the puck. Here is Manchak, the top scoring forward in the division. Agnes Chim, tied up by a forward checker. Hong Kong tips it out. Long shot. Kiram up with a save. Rebound. Loose. Puck is loose. Here's Mayfeld with a long shot. Didn't make it through traffic. And here's a shot by number 10 scorer up caught. And we will have the first power play of the game.
So it looks like a cross check there on the play, and as you see the replay here, Kira Mock with that great save off earlier in that 2-on-1. Now, you might think, wait, how come there's a delayed penalty and there's a whistle? Well, the referee already took his told herself, hey, she blew it early. Usually you have to wait till the other team gets possession, but she blew it early, and hey, we all make mistakes, but here we go, Hong Kong on a power play.
2 minutes power play for Hong Kong. They will try to take advantage. Hong Kong's power play was efficient in their last game. But when you compare the power play successful rate to Ukraine, Hong Kong is definitely not at the same level. Ukraine has a power play successful rate of 37.5%, and that's tops in the division. In Hong Kong, just 9%. Here is Renee Ng with the shot. Great save by Wilhan. Ukraine's penalty kill rate is 91.67%. Hong Kong dumps it in for Chloe Fong. A little bump there by Kirichenko. Lots at stake here in this game. Both teams are with 9 points atop the standings. A win here will boost their chances of earning promotion massively.
Well, so far this first minute of the power play. Hong Kong hasn't been able to get much set up. They got to win this draw here and then play it around, get someone in front, and let's see what they can do now.
Hong Kong with the puck still, 45 seconds remaining. Here's a long shot through traffic, and Goldie made a kick save last second. That's a sneaky shot by number 2, Chan Wing Hei. Another long shot, this one screened. Hong Kong utilizing the screen very well here in this power play. Here's another shot, this one wide, bounces behind the net. Darnia goes up, tries to get it out. Ukraine with a little confusion in front of their own net, player bumping into each other. Hong Kong crowding the center of the slot area and unable to let up any shots in this power play, and that would do it for the power play, and Ukraine back to 5 skaters in equal strength. But Hong Kong with that power play changed the momentum. Now it's up to Ukraine to respond to the Hong Kong Chinese team. Number 15, Anastasia Nesterenko. Sofia Couture. Couture sends it. And it's going to be an icing call.
I know we always talk about Yan Yoon's IQ. You know, that smart play there, again, just pokes the puck over that blue line, gets, you know, Hong Kong out of any trouble and forces Ukraine to ice the puck. So, smart play there.
Four and a half minutes to go, shot right off the face-off, great save by the goalie. This is also a battle between the 2 goalies, 2 of the top goalies in the division. Kiramo Kinam. Oh, here's a great save by Kiramo. For both goalies. Kiramo Kilam, the top goalie in the division in terms of save percentage, 97.83. That's unreal. And Juliana Vilhan also unreal with a 95% save percentage. So these 2 goalies, currently the top 2 performing goalies in the division. So it's going to be high speed, highly skilled players against 2 of the best goalies in the tournament.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot to score on these 2 goalies. So whether it's a garbage goal or going to be like a perfect pass type of goal, that's what these teams got to do.
4 minutes remaining in the opening period. Still no score between these 2 teams. Hong Kong finding themselves in a surprise position of being able to fight for promotion. Here's a long shot tipped by a Hong Kong player. Manchak. Again, Hong Kong so far doing a great job containing Manchak. But with this high-powered Ukrainian team, you cannot take your foot off the gas pedal for even a second. They'll take any opportunity and turn it into goals. I was saying, here's a whistle for high stick. I was saying Hong Kong finding themselves in a familiar position, being able to challenge for the gold medal, whereas before the tournament, I would say their goal would have been to stay in the division and avoid relegation, and now they have already outdone themselves, and not only are they guaranteed a medal, they might be able to challenge for promotion. Hong Kong with the puck, number 19, WWIIB. Kipria. Hong Kong exchange the puck possession. Players colliding into each other. Yan Yuan to Helen Shu. Shu sends it in for a change. Goalie hangs on to it for a face-off in their zone.
There's one thing I've noticed here, Scotty, a few times where the defense in Hong Kong tries to take the puck up the middle. And, you know, fortunately, a few times where they did lose the puck, there was someone that was back. So they have to be careful. They don't give an odd, I would say man, but an odd person rush up the other way, you know, to give Ukraine another scoring chance.
Face off in the Ukrainian zone with 2:43 remaining. Here is the chance remaining with a shot rebound. In another rebound. Oh, saved by Vilhan.
This is exactly what Hong Kong needs to do. Get pucks to the net, walk away, and there's a great scoring chance there. But the goalie makes obviously a very solid save.
Both goalies certainly in the zone as we speak. Hong Kong with the face-off win. Sends it to Charlene Wong. Atlas Chim keeps it in the zone. The Ukraine quickly took the puck away. Agnes Chim gave the puck away. A long shot, a lopping shot. Saved by Kiramon.
That's one of those things that we also mentioned, like, yeah, Hong Kong team has to be careful. We don't want to, you know, give any easy chances, you know, for Ukraine. But fortunately, Kira's right there.
And that's why for short tournaments like these, a hot goaltender is often the key to winning. Now both teams have a hot goalie. Here comes Hong Kong with number 11. Here is a great save. Another solid save by Juliana Vilhan.
Some great passing play there in the neutral zone. And then again, a smart play. Get the shot on that, which they do, and now we have a face-off in the Ukraine zone.
Face-off in the Ukrainian zone. Ukraine with the face-off win. Skorovkot on to the right to Kipriev. Kipriev feeds it to center. Rebound. Kiramok happy made another save. Hong Kong goes in for a 2-on-1. Number 3, Iris Lee shoots, and Vilhan with the save.
You know, one end there with a big save. Then the rush coming back the other way. 2-on-1. Iris Lee decides to keep. Hey, he's never wrong to take a shot, right? So we had a chance there.
Lenshu with the puck. And now Ukraine dumps it in, and it's going to be an icing call against Ukraine.
Hong Kong needs to win a few of these draws here. Draw it back, get a chance from the point. Let's see how Renee does.
Sophia Couture sends it down. Picking up the puck, Andrea Lamb. Andrea took a hit behind the net. Looking at the way Cynthia Camon, the referee, is handling the game. It's likely letting the game flow. Now, the goalie, Kiramok, having a short chat with referee Cynthia Camon.
I think she's probably asking how come that last play was not icing. Puck was shot down and didn't look like it tipped off anyone else, but nevertheless, puck is face off now in the Hong Kong zone.
Still no score in the first period, only 41 seconds remaining. Shots on goal, 13-7 in favor of Ukraine. but battle along the boards. Gave the puck away to Manchuk. Manchuk sends it to Simirenko. Manchuk with a rebound. Ball saved by Kiram off the goalie. Kirichenko. 10 more seconds to go in the opening period. Hong Kong still hanging in there. But Ukraine looking more and more dangerous in this game. Manchuk gets it, and that would do it for the first period. No score there. Keith, any comments on the first period?
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's been a very even period here. Great goaltending at both ends, and it's going to take a perfect picture goal, to beat these goalies here. So, as expected, as advertised, it's a great game so far. So, we expect that coming out in the second period and the third as well. So, looking forward to it.
We'll take a short break of about 18 minutes, and when we're back, we'll be bringing you period number 2 in this wonderful game between Hong Kong, China, and Ukraine. Welcome everyone back to DB Rink here in Discovery Bay, Hong Kong, China. This is the game of the day. Hong Kong, China playing host to Ukraine. After one period of play, the score is 0-0. That's what they say. 0-0 in English, some parts of the world. Shots on goals after the first period, 15-7 for Ukraine. So Ukraine dominated the shots on goals, and both fans from both sides cheering very, very loudly for both teams. No goals, and Ukraine picked up the only penalty in the first period. And the second period is going to be underway in a couple of seconds. And here we go, both teams change sides. In red, playing on the right side of the screen, it's Hong Kong, China. Tracy Wong with the puck, stripped away by Ukraine. And look at how fast Ukraine turns the puck around. Here's another shot, rebound! Clear him up with another save. Keith Keir has been playing a great game, saving 15 shots in the first period. What do you think about Hong Kong's play in the first period?
Well, Hong Kong's played very well too. However, you look at the high danger shots, for sure Ukraine has at least 3 to 4 more than what Hong Kong has. Hong Kong follows their shots on the perimeter, so in order for them, they got to get dirty, right? Meaning to get in front of that net, bang away, and that's how you're going to get your goals tonight.
The Ukrainian defense has been perfect so far this game, and Hong Kong finding it difficult to move it into their zone. Hong Kong chips it in. With a shot down below the goalie, Juliana Wilhan. Valeria Manchak gave the puck away to Agnes Chim. A long shot, this one high. Rebounded by Ukraine. Ukraine goes the other way, number 5, Kipria. Kipria playing a very active game today. Multiple times on the right wing, we see Ilona Kipria rushing up along with the play. Kipria is actually the youngest player on the Ukrainian squad, playing in Slovakia. And the size of both teams will actually come into play between these two teams, with Ukraine holding the advantage. An average of 5'5" versus Hong Kong's 5'4". But it's the weight of the players that might even has a greater influence. Ukrainian players with an average of 128 pounds, Hong Kong, China just 119. So similarly size in terms of height, but you see stronger Ukrainian players. Here comes Hong Kong with a shot. This one hit a leg. And Chloe Fong ran into the boards. Ukraine coming up with the puck. Li Wai with the clearance. Yan Nguyen crosses the blue line with a long shot. Wilhan made the save. Hong Kong keeps coming up with these very, very long shots from the perimeter without players supporting. Any way to get that puck a little closer to the slot area?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got to, honestly though, a shot like that is better than no shot, than losing, right? So in order for them to have some success, obviously they're going to have to, get someone in front of that, crash the net, and then take the shot if they can. So let's just see if they can make that adjustment here.
Still no score between these two teams. Both teams with 9 points, topping the standings. Hong Kong plays Belgium on Sunday. That's the last game of their tournament. And Ukraine plays Lithuania Sunday at 4 o'clock local time. But before that, they have this game to resolve. Somebody needs to win It's going to be Ukraine or is it going to be Hong Kong, China?
So therefore, even in this game, there's no guarantees, right? You guys still got tough games on Sunday. However, whoever wins this game is going to be in the driver's seat.
It's going to be also a massive boost to the chances. And either way, these two teams will have a medal. It's just what color the medal would be. And today, Lithuania also played a great game. They beat Mexico 4-2. So they will end up with a medal come Sunday night, regardless of the results. Ukraine with a chance, feeding it forward, goalie made the save. Rebounded by Munchak. Kira Monk continues to be a very reliable goalie for Hong Kong, China. Here is Ukraine with another shot, gloved down by Kira Monk.
Another turnover here in the zone here. Hong Kong fails to clear it now, and then Ukraine there keeps the pressure on. Great save by Kira. Once again, Hong Kong just needs to tighten up a little more here on the defensive zone. I think the referee now is going to the Hong Kong bench and giving a little warning. They need to get their 5 players out. They're a little slow, so here's the warning. Make sure they get their 5 players out there for the face-off.
15:43 in the middle frame. Both teams still have very high hopes for this game. Hong Kong hanging in there despite being outshot. Kirichenko to Manchak. Fires it to the right side to Telehina. Hong Kong steers the other way. Here is Yan Yuen with speed, cutting in with a long shot, gloved down by Ukraine. Hong Kong being outshot 18-8 so far this period, and including the shot we just had, 18-9. Hong Kong only able to manage to shoot from afar.
Well, you mentioned the long shots here. You know what, Scotty, I don't mind that so much sometimes. You know, you want to just throw it at the net. You never know. And, you know, the longer the game is, the closer it is, the chances of Hong Kong has a better chance near the end here.
Here's another long shot. Ukraine picks up the puck. Puck in the Hong Kong zone. Number 2, Chen Wing-hei sends it to the right side. Iris Lee, number 3, being checked. Iris Lee, Chen Wing-yan across the board. Skorot cut to Nesterenko. Nesterenko fires it down deep on the other side, giving chase Kipria. Hong Kong, Iris Lee playing the body. 5 players piling onto the corner. Referee shouting the puck's loose. Hong Kong, China gets it out. Sophia Couture sends it back down into the corner. Here comes Hong Kong, China, number 2, Tan Wing-hei. Trying to make a move past number 9, Darnya Rozak. Iris Lee protecting the puck while being down. Ukraine with the puck. Nesterenko coming in. Nesterenko with the shot. Kiramak with the save. Here's another shot. This one wide. On the right side, Sophia Couture, number 22, with the shot deflected right in front of the net. Another jab. And there is a whistle.
You know, another key here in the second period. If you look at the benches here in Discovery Bay, they're kind of into the zone, so you have to make smart changes, right? So Ukraine makes their changes while they're in the zone, and Hong Kong's kind of caught a little bit. So it's a smart play, obviously, and Kira Mark finally gets the puck. gets the whistle, settle things down.
Under 13.5 minutes to go in the second period. Still no score. Hong Kong China gets a puck around their own rink, their own half. Atlas Chim steps it out. The whistle for an offside call.
You know, Scotty, during the intermission, I was able to get over there with the Hong Kong fans. You know, they're obviously quite excited, and look at the support they have, right? All the family, friends, and give these gals a boost here. So let's see what they can do here.
There's also a huge Ukrainian presence here around the rink. A lot of Ukrainian fans. I'm sure some of them traveled along with the team. And I know there are local fans who are in support for Ukraine. And for a lot of these players on the Ukrainian squad, they do play around. Oh, here is a 2-on-1 for Hong Kong China. Hong Kong China with a shot. Rebound! Blocked by the goal. Another rebound! And it's a goal! It's a goal! Hong Kong struck first with a goal. And it is 1-0 Hong Kong.
A great play in the neutral zone. Causes a 2-on-1, and what did I say? It's not going to be pretty. You're going to be banging away, crashing the net, get that rebound upstairs. Renee, 1-0 Hong Kong.
Hong Kong struck first with the first goal of the game, and that came as a surprise, not only for the Ukrainian squad, and also I was surprised because Ukraine was playing so well for the first half of the game. Very dominant with their shots and gave up the goal. Hong Kong again coming in with a 2-on-2 situation. Player being checked into the boards. Certainly referee Cynthia Kaman treating this game like a championship game, not wanting to impede the flow of the game too much. Andrea Lam. Right now in the entire rink, the momentum is surely on the Hong Kong side. Hong Kong coming in for a 3-on-1 trip, and there's going to be a penalty being called against Ukraine for a tripping call. Things are certainly going Hong Kong China's way.
Well, you know, they always say, you know, if there's a good penalty, that might have saved the goal there. If they didn't take that penalty, it'd be a 3-on-1 the other way there. So, only thing is now Hong Kong needs to capitalize here on their power play. The power play has struggled, so they need to capitalize here to get in, some more insurance goal.
This is one of the advantages when you play at home, is you can pile up the momentum of the game really, really fast. And for Hong Kong to solidify this winning position, a goal right now would be really, really helpful. Here comes Hong Kong with number 8, Estelle Renee Ng. Moving out, here's another trip on Nesterenko, and it's going to be a 5-on-3.
All right, this is where we get interesting. 5-on-3 for a minute 25. So Hong Kong needs to obviously gain control of this face-off here, work it around, and here's a great opportunity here to extend their lead.
And obviously you could see the Ukrainian players very, very frustrated. And we've seen from earlier games today, when a team becomes frustrated, they make wrong decisions and very erratic plays, and that might play into Hong Kong's favor. So for Ukraine, they would want to keep the calm, and that's what the coaching staff should do. Here is a shot from the left side. Chloe Fong, goalie, made a blocker save, a glove save. Tam Wing Hei from the Hong Kong Chinese zone, moving up to the right side. 5-on-3 for another minute. Kirichenko tries to get it out. Tam Wing Hei moving in, that was kind of risky. And now the risk came true. Delahina with the puck. A shot there. And Hong Kong being a little too antsy.
Well, here's what they have to do. I mean, especially on a 5-on-3. I mean, sometimes, you want to shoot the puck in, but on a 5-on-3, you need to carry that puck in and set up. So when they shoot the puck in, they need to retrieve it. And when they don't, this is what happens. So let's see if they can improve it. They got 44 seconds left here on the 2-man advantage.
5-on-3, a lot of room to maneuver around. Take your time and calm down. And I'm sure with these young players, the nerves are surely going to get to them, especially with a huge crowd showing up to support them. And sometimes the support can go both ways. And here comes Hong Kong, China. Chloe Andrea Lam sends it out down deep. 16 seconds to go in the first penalty to Vladmendenko. Here is another shot saved. But goes back out with a little move there, and now Hong Kong, China needs to watch out for the expiring penalty as the player comes out. Vladmendenko joins the play. Still 25 seconds to go in the power play. Zhao Ching Tong sends it down deep. Vladmendenko gets it. Fires it, Hong Kong keeps it in the zone with a long shot through traffic. Estelle Lip with a little push there. The Ukraine bench called for a penalty, but the referee didn't call one. Now more pushing and holding going on. And the referee deemed that the puck was loose. Now all the penalties have expired. It's back to 5-on-5, equal strength. Ukraine, number 14, Timorenko, wants to go for a change. Now she does. And remember, this is the second period where the teams have to go for the long marches to go for that changes. Hong Kong, China moves it out with a nice pass. Feeds it, 2-on-1, 4-on-1. Cross-ice pass, move! Oh, no goal. Puck still going on behind the net. That was a golden opportunity for Hong Kong, China with another shot through. Veronika Liskovic sends it out. It's a weird bounce, number 7, Alipova. Zhao Ching Tong gave it away to Liskovic. Backhands it back into the neutral zone.
Well, that was a great chance, a great move there. She walked around the goalie, but was unable to tuck that puck in. That would have got the roof right off here.
Hong Kong hanging on to a 1-goal lead. Hong Kong moves it out, sees an opportunity, dumps it in. Nobody getting chased on the other end. Hong Kong, China coming in, Helen Xu. Yan Yun moving in position. Xu gave the puck away. Mad scramble in the neutral zone. Ukraine moves it up into the attacking zone. Hong Kong pokes it back out. Sophia Couture. Zimirenko, Hong Kong, China. Helen Xu crosses the blue line and being called offside.
Frantic action here and a lot of chances. Now, obviously, Hong Kong, as you watch a replay here in the 4-on-1, Chloe Fong with a nice move, but just in the last second, either she was checked or just loses the puck. She could not tuck away that goal there.
Agnes Chim whipped on the clearance. Now she's into all sorts of trouble. Ukraine, Telehina gets the puck. Kirichenko with a shot through traffic. Goalie made a blocker save. Monchak fights away a Hong Kong Chinese defender. Two Hong Kong Chinese players standing right in front of the goalie in the slot. Now moving in place, number 17, Telehina. And Timirenko going after the puck in the corner. Back out to Kirichenko, fakes the shot. Kirichenko, now here comes the lob shot, saved by Kiramok, unable to hang on to the puck. And Hong Kong gets another chance, a 2-on-2 opportunity. Rene Yung going on the right side, directly shot and they score! 2-0 Hong Kong, China. And listen to the crowd.
What a shot, Scotty. Coming down the right wing. Actually elevates that shot, short side. As she comes down here, you take a look at the replay here. Sees the goalie cheated down, gets it high up. The reverse angle here, look at that. Wow, what a goal.
Multiple bounces. It has to be an unlucky goal for the goalie in Vilhan, but as all coaches will tell you, get the puck towards the net, good things happen.
You know, I was just going to say something where, you know, Hong Kong was helmed in a zone because of a defensive giveaway there. Fortunately, they weathered a storm and now take a 2-0 lead now. You know what, though, if I was Hong Kong, I'm going to keep shooting right now, right?
Yeah.
Us goalies, we know what. Hey, we probably shouldn't have allowed that goal in, right? Keep shooting that way. Never know. The goalie might be a little shaky there, here and there, so I would keep firing away if I were you. Right, Scotty?
At first you have to defend your own end with Ukraine outshooting Hong Kong 24-14. They are the dominant team, and it's just that the goals do not reflect the way the game has been played over this last 35 minutes. Here is Rojak with a long shot through traffic, rebound. Hong Kong, China clears it out into the neutral zone. And here is a whistle by the linespersons.
I can't say enough. We always talk about the 5 feet before that blue line. If you don't get that puck out, it goes the other way. And Hong Kong does a great job in just chipping that puck out. And again, what did we say all the time? Chipping the puck out, now Ukraine ices the puck.
Here's an invalid face-off, and Hong Kong truly, the speed, the transition game, really effective here, trapping the Ukrainian team in their own defensive zone and attacking whenever the chances may occur. Here's another slap shot on top of the slot area. That one deflected out to the corner. It's an incredible game so far with Hong Kong, China scoring the only 2 goals here with a 2-goal lead. Surprisingly, Ukrainian superstars, Valeria Manchak hasn't been as effective as we've seen in the past 3 games.
I should be honest with you, Scotty, I'm not surprised at all because Hong Kong's played their style of play, great defensively, great goaltending, of course, and this is why the results is happening so far in this game.
Sure enough, Kira Mok, Hey Lam, the goalie for Hong Kong, has been the reasons Hong Kong won so many games in this tournament, and today it's no different. She's been great backstomping the team, giving them the opportunity to strike back, and whenever they struck back, they did the job, and I think this is a team effort. And Hong Kong fans also contributing, and there's another goal! My, oh my! 3 unanswered goals for Hong Kong, China.
Once again, Renee Ng. Great forechecking there. Comes up. What did I say? Just fire the puck. And this time over the right shoulder. The goalie's probably thinking about the last goal. Thinking about the other side. Now she's away. Where is she going to shoot? Now she looks a little strained there, but whatever it is, a great shot by Renee. Wow, 3-0 Hong Kong.
Ukrainian squad, a little huddle around the goalie. Probably trying to comfort her or telling her it's okay, everything's okay, just keep playing. That's what I would tell my goalies as well, is just keep playing our normal game, believe in ourselves. They have outshot Hong Kong, China by a ton. The skills are there, the plays are there. Don't let the crowd and the momentum overburden ourselves, and that's what Ukraine might want to think about. Certainly they have to be a little more careful now with their attacks. 3 minutes to go in the second period. Hong Kong, China try to center it to number 3, Iris Lee. Here comes Ukraine. Ukraine with tired legs. That's an onside play. Good call by the linesperson. Ukraine sends the puck to the other side. Kirichenko there to pick it up. Back to Telehina. Telehina onto the left corner. Only to find a teammate going for a change. Ismailova coming back out. Simirenko. Back to Kirichenko. Kirichenko fakes the shot, moves it back to Kirichenko. A lot of good passing out here, but still unable to get the puck near the goalie, Kirimov. Great passing. Here comes the Ukrainians. Oh, almost a great shot. Manchak, the rebound, and coming the other side.
Oh, what a chance Ukraine had there. She just could not put that puck in there. But again, you know what the key was? He had five of the Hong Kong players coming back, helping out, making sure nothing becomes loose there. Great job defensively by Hong Kong.
But you do want to watch out for Manchak, Valeria Manchak. She's such a great player. You see the slap shot, very powerful slap shot in this league, in this division, and how great she was. She was skating towards the net. She missed the shot. She was able to get the puck back to make a second shot, and with the shot blocked, she was able to get the puck and turn around to the other side of the net for the wraparound. So let's not celebrate so early. We still got Manchak to defend and her teammates. Very good team, and the shots on goals statistics don't lie. Minute 30 to go in the period. Valeria Manchak powering her way through and giving chase on the other end. Players running into each other, pushing and shoving, going into the corner. Hong Kong, China clears it away. Rozak back to collect the puck. Rozak to Maifeld. Telehina colliding with Tam Wing Hei on the Hong Kong blue line. Simirenko. 47 seconds to go in the second. Hong Kong up by 3. Tracy Wong with the puck. 30 seconds to go. Wong goes behind the net. Battle in the corner. 2 yellow shirts, 1 red shirt. Hong Kong, China with a shot, with a long shot, blocked. Rebounded by Ukraine. 15 seconds to go in the period. Ten more seconds to go. Fans counting down. And listen to that roar.
Well, definitely this line here, 8, 15, 11. They've been the stars so far here in this second period. And of course, Kirimov, outstanding. You know, great saves, and she's definitely keeping the team in. The team needs to keep doing this in the third period to clinch this. It's not over yet, but they're more than halfway there, Scotty.
Now the coaches will have to make tough decisions. Who to put on ice, what to do. Hong Kong with a 3-goal lead. It's not a commanding lead. It's a good lead, but what do? Do you play safe? Do you keep attacking? What areas can Hong Kong improve on?
Well, one thing I did notice near the end of the second period, the face-offs in the Hong Kong zone. I mean, they got to start winning a few of them, right? They're, again, we always say lucky. They're good to be lucky, but a few of them they lost. They're hemmed in a bit. You got to win that draw and get the puck out, which will help. So hopefully they make a few changes here on their face-off, in the third period here.
Now let's the coaches do their work, and we will go take a break. And when we're back, the exciting period number 3 coming up. Welcome back to the third period. Hong Kong, China versus Ukraine.
We are here at the Rink in Discovery Bay, and as you can hear those rowdy fans, the Rink staff here has been awesome as well too. Great support, and the Rink management has done their best to make sure that these games here, so far in these two tournaments, have gone without any issues here. So a shout out here to the Discovery Bay Ice Rink and their management for their awesome work so far.
And the third period is underway. An absolute shocker at DB Ice Rink. 40 minutes ago, the idea of a 3-0 lead over the Ukraine seems like a dream, and now it's a reality. And we're in the third period. Hong Kong's just 20 minutes away from dismantling the pre-tournament favorites. This offensive juggernaut put up 10 goals on this team last year. Is currently being held scoreless. All the top players on the Ukrainian roster has been unable to crack the goalie in Kira Mok, and here we have Kira Mok stunning the Ukrainian team yet again.
So the key here is for Hong Kong to keep this lead and get this win here is eliminate the mistakes, get the puck out. I mean, obviously Kira Mok has been so solid here in making those saves, so they got to limit those opportunities for Ukraine and to seal this victory.
Ukraine rolls off with a shot. Another save. Now the only thing that concerns me is the reliance
they
on...
They won the draw last time, but they also have to make sure they control it and get that puck out. So let's see what they can do here on this face-off.
Hong Kong still leading by 3 goals. Janice Ho, number 18, in their own zone. With the shot, Manchak, rebound, and another save by the goalie.
So far here, a minute and a half into the third period, it looks like obviously Ukraine has really applied that pressure. Hong Kong needs to settle down, play back, obviously what they've been doing in the first 2 periods. It's smart defense, get that puck out, and lessen the chances here for Ukraine.
That's an offside call. 18-15 to go in the third. Hong Kong Chinese fans still chanting, Ukrainian fans also in this electrifying ice rink tonight. We're watching this incredible game between these two teams. Here is Tracy Wong on the left side, going in impeded and throwing a penalty. Hong Kong China still with the puck, and we will have the penalty being called.
Tracy Wong here with a good burst of speed down the left wing here, and the Ukraine player here, once the puck leaves, can't be holding up the player, so that's why she's going to get a interference penalty. So let's see if Hong Kong here can again capitalize on their power play.
Hong Kong with the power play. Ukrainian player number 23, Annalena Maifeld in the box. Here's a jam in front of the net. Gohan saved the puck, sent it down Now racing for the puck here, Mock sends it back out. Ukraine with the puck.
One thing Hong Kong's got to make sure to do, like again, the previous game, that they don't shoot the puck into the shin pads of the forwards there and causing a breakaway down the other end.
Telehina. Kirichenko missed the pass. Telehina goes back to collect the puck with the speed of Polina Telehina. Renee Young, according to score sheets, a natural hat trick. Oh, this one shoved into the net. No calls there. Renee slow to get up. Thought about heading to the bench. With the puck. Nice fake move there. Move past one. Now the second. Now the third. No options there. Those UK skates back and goes for a change. Yan Nguyen on to the other side. Here comes Ukraine with with Manchak. Manchak with a move. Kieran Mock continues to be the showstopper today. Stunning Manchak, and Manchak went into the boards, skated directly back to the bench. Here is another save by Mock, steering the puck to the side. Now we see Ukraine exerting more and more pressure on Hong Kong China in the final period in regulation time. And will Hong Kong China crumble under the pressure, or will they outplay Ukraine by scoring similar goals, playing the transition game? Here comes Lee with a shot deflected twice. And here's an earlier save.
Manchak did whatever she could, making that right move, and was unable to tuck it in. She made the right move, but just missed the net there. That was a huge sigh of relief for Hong Kong there.
Face-off win by Hong Kong, but here is Manchak chasing after the puck. Kiramov slaps the puck aside. Ukrainian fans cheering very hard for their team. Rozhak with the puck with a long shot. This one deflected. Ukraine not having a lot of puck luck here. Kirichenko puts it back out, and here is Renee again with a one-on-one. Renee with a nice move, another move. This one hits the crossbar. And now comes the other way. Ukraine moving the puck along the blue line into the attacking zone, only to be sent back by Hong Kong China. Nestorenko, number 15, with the puck. Moving in with speed, but only 1 versus 5. She wants to put it on the net, but that one was blocked. Hong Kong China goes the other way. Helen Xu going with a lot of speed. Nestorenko along the boards. And Helena Maifeld. Hong Kong China with the stop on the blue line. Ilona Kipria sends it back to Kipria, but misses the pass. Andrea Lam tries to move the puck forward, but being bounced back the other way. Tam Wing Hei, number 2, sends it forward. Icing call waved. Ukraine still down by 3 goals. Here is Yan Yun, Hong Kong Chinese forward. Very young player. Yan Yun goes to the same academy in Canada as Manchak. Tam Wing Hei runs Kipper into the boards, no calls. And 12 and a half minutes to go.
Yeah, that was a great rush by Renee Ng there. Can you imagine she scored there? I mean, she's off the crossbar. Would have been a 4-0 lead, but here's what Hong Kong needs to do. They need some zone time, right? Which they've been finally getting down here in the third period. So they need to kill that clock. 12 minutes, 32 seconds left.
And Renee already has a natural hat trick this game. 3 goals scored. Her and Kira Ma shouldering massive weight of this team. But let's not forget, it's a team sport. Every single player on the team, every single staff behind the bench, and all the supporters of the team, we all work to the same goal. Renee with the puck, spins around, tries to get it out of their own zone, blocked by Ukraine. Snap it up front, it's going to be an icing call. No, waved off. Under 12 minutes to go, Tracy Wong behind the net. Wong pinned down on the boards, waiting for help. Here is Renee Ng. And behind her, it's Lopatina. Long shot, this one gloved down by Sophia Couture. Race for the puck there, Andrea Lam.
Almost got to watch out here. You see Ukraine there keeping a player behind the defense there, looking for that breakaway pass, so that's something to watch out for.
And all Ukraine needs is a first goal. All they need is the first goal to regain their confidence. Right now, Hong Kong doing a fairly decent job containing the Ukraine offense. But having watched Ukraine over the past few days, I know there is so much more in them that we're not seeing right now. And sometimes in hockey games, you know, there are certain games where things don't go your way and, you know, you don't play as well as you used to. And the opponent's play style kind of impedes what you usually do. And of course, a hot goalie. It's going to be always the key. And Ukraine so far unable to solve Kira Marke down.
One thing Hong Kong's been able to do too, stay on the penalty box. So you don't want to give Ukraine that chance here on the power play.
Here's Ukraine. Telehina dumps it in. Back to Telehina. In front of the net, it's Simerenko. Centering pass, Ukraine. Kazie with a check on a Hong Kong Chinese player. Ukraine not afraid to use their body and their size and play physical. On the smaller Hong Kong Chinese player, here is another shot, and no calls again by the referee. Cynthia Kaman, the referee very clear about where the line is drawn. Ukraine's there to test it out. There's a shot from Yan Yun. Here is Nestorenko. Kipria. The pass did not quite reach Kipria. Skorotkov. Nestorenko missed the pass. 9 minutes and 14 seconds to go in regulation time. Liskovic, Nestorenko on the long shift. Skew back on the bench. You talked about playing extended periods, overexerting yourself. Here's Rozon. Here goes Nestorenko for the change. Coming up is Telehina, number 17, going after the puck, and that's an icing call against Ukraine.
So during this, obviously a 3-0 lead here at 8 minutes, 32 seconds left, you know, we always say like, hey, we got a chance, we go. We don't, hey, it's basically play it safe. They gotta beat us now, right? So that's what Hong Kong's been telling, probably telling them, they gotta beat us. Let's don't beat ourselves.
3 goals in hand, 8.5 minutes. What has been a fantasy, a dream, is now becoming a reality second by second. Here is Ukraine up front close. Here is an arm up and Ukraine scores. Now they are back within 2. Ukraine scores. 3-1 to score. Very nice individual effort in front of the goal. And this time, Kairamont can't stop him. Kira with a shoulder save. And the Ukrainian player was able to knock it down midair.
Well, there was a delayed penalty there on the slash, but I think they're arguing that obviously the puck was scored here with a high stick. So Kairamont makes a first save. If you can see the rebound here, it looks like it was a touch, was by a high stick. Unfortunately here, with this tournament, there's no video replay, so the referees cannot review this. And the call on the ice is a goal, so I think the goal is going to stand.
As Keith said, the goal stands. And even if we were to have a goal review, the angles we have may or may not cover, maybe from the main camera, but the rules decided before the tournament stated there's going to be no goal reviews and there's not going to be any goal coaches challenges here in this IIHF championship. And 3-1 the score. Ukraine back within 2 goals. And Hong Kong will need to find a way to shut Ukraine down and lower their shot count.
Well, nothing changes for Hong Kong, right? Hong Kong just needs to keep that pressure on there. Smart play, 1 deep, 3 or 4 back. You know, they got 7 minutes left to kill.
Here comes Manchak. Let's see her weave her magic. Manchak going in. Cross ice pass. Still Manchak control and play. Manchak gets it to Rozok. Back to Manchak with a one-timing shot. Deflected. Hong Kong being badly outshot, 36-19. They have 2 goals in hand still. They need to play smarter. Here comes Rozok. Oh, here comes Manchuk with another shot. Can't keep relying on your goalie. Need to make smarter plays. Maybe a good time for the coaches to think about a little stoppage. Rozok with the puck. The Hong Kong defense crumbling down into their own zone. Kairamont is there to save the world yet again.
So once again, we talk about the mistakes with the Hong Kong team here. We're just relying here on Kairamont. They had a chance to kill that puck. It was a great block shot, but they failed to kill that puck. They need to get that puck out to limit Ukraine's chances. Ukraine
came roaring back. late in the third period with 6 more minutes to go. Can Hong Kong hang on to the 2-goal lead? Hong Kong goes to Estelle Yip. Ukraine playing stronger and stronger with very strong passes. Good movement. Now look at Nesterenko going behind to the far post. Sliding in a position, nobody watching. It is a common mistake. Players tend to get too drawn into the action without being aware who's and what's around them. Even NHLers make the same mistake. Now time is probably going to be the biggest factor in determining the winner of this game. Firm believer in statistics. With the amount of shots on goals Ukraine has been able to generate, it's just a matter of time they're going to score. And even with Hong Kong China's goalie, Kira Mok, she's great. But she's not perfect. No goalie is perfect. But given her save percentage, let's say it's a 95%, given enough time, Ukraine's going to score. Here comes Hong Kong China with Yan Yuan with a one-on-one. Not quite quick enough. Here is Simerenko. And what Hong Kong can do best, in my very humble opinion, is to just draw out the time.
Net's off there. Ukraine player just went into the net there. I'm looking at the referee's linesman here. They're probably discussing where the face-off be, but if they're blowing the whistle down based on the net off, that face-off should be outside. So let's just see where they put this face-off. They're probably saying that it's probably incidental contact, but however, if they think that Hong Kong pushed that player, then it probably should have been a penalty, but I think that's what they're discussing at the moment.
Fans are chanting on both sides. And right now, the Ukrainian fans is a louder bunch as the momentum of the game is clearly shifted over to the Ukrainian side, especially with that goal scored. Ukraine facing off Polina Telehina. Hong Kong with a good face-off win. Tries to send it out. Ukraine keeps it in. Simerenko. Hong Kong could not get it out. Ukraine centering pass now finds Kirichenko with a shot. This one deflected wide. Telehina with the puck. Sends it to Simerenko with a long shot. This one deflected by her own player. Hong Kong gets it out with a 3-on-1. Renee Ng passes it to Tracy Wong. The final shot was the stick was lifted. But that was a great 3-on-1. Now here comes Ukraine the other way. 4 minutes to go. Ukraine in center ice. Mancha, the superstar player, trying to dangle through. The Hong Kong defense intercepted. Hong Kong dumps it out into the attacking zone. Under 4 minutes to go, 3:44. Cameron He, number 2, Hong Kong China. Skates around. And for those who are just wondering if I said Hong Kong, I do mean Hong Kong China. Everybody knows Hong Kong belongs to China. It's just a shorter way to say Hong Kong China. Goes up. Here's a long shot by number 7, Alipova. There's a trip there. No calls by the referee. 3 minutes to go. 2 goals to score for Ukraine. There's a dump in as it's going to be icing. Oh, no whistle there. The front lines person looking to the back lines person, and the lines person in the back looking at the bench of Ukraine trying to control the players. Miscommunication between the lines person and my humble opinion. I could be wrong. That's not the most important right now. It's 2.5 minutes to go. Ukraine down by 2 goals still. Here is Ukraine with a deflection in front of the goalie. Rebound by number 14, Simerenko. Back to Kirichenko. Numbers back in. Telehina there to pick it up. Hong Kong tries to throw the puck back out into the neutral zone. Blocked by Ukraine, sends it back into the attacking zone. 2:12 remaining in the game. 3-1 in front of the goalie. Great save by Kira Mock. And there's going to be a penalty against Hong Kong, China. Another shot. Play is not dead. And now it is. Manchak down. Minute 59 to go. Tension building. I'm going to leave the penalized stuff for you, Keith. And the replay right here. That little takedown there.
Another great save. You see Kieran with the left pad save and, in desperado. And Hong Kong needed to take that penalty. And I think just a little bit less than 2 minutes left. They have to kill this penalty, but I guess now they have 3 shots at the empty net. I'm pretty sure that Ukraine's going to be pulling the goalie very soon, or possibly on this face-off.
I knew this was going to be a hard game, a difficult game for Hong Kong, China to play. Let's forget about the score for a moment. And Ukraine with 2 minutes to go. Can they score 2 in 2 minutes? Yes, they can. They have the ability. Now they are up, going to be playing with a player advantage. It's going to be very difficult to defend. And now it's nail-biting time. Fingernails, that is. Hong Kong, China clears it down the ice. And they're playing without a goalie. Hold the goalie.
Well, what's the first thing we want to do is kill that penalty, win that draw. And that's exactly what they did. Great job there.
6-1-4 for Ukraine. They know, we know, everybody know what's at stake here. Here is Manchak with a long shot through traffic. 3 yellow shirts right in front of the goalie. Here is another rebound. Ukraine with the puck. Hesitated on what to do. Kirichenko sends it down. 1:21 to go. Down low. Looking for Manchak for sure. Hong Kong gets it. Sends it down the ice. And it's not going to be icing because we're down by a goal. Ukraine gets it. And that's very valuable time wasted on the power play. Manchak comes in. 1 minute to go. Final minute in regulation time. Manchak breaks it in. Steers it to the left side. Manchak goes down deep, picks up the puck. 50 seconds to go. 2 goals to go. Hong Kong, can they hang on to the lead? Manchak with a shot. Kiramak with the save.
You can cut the tension here with a knife here, Scotty. Wow. Kiramak again, solid save here. Hong Kong had a chance. I mean, like I said, luckily, well, not luckily, but because of the short-handed, they can have shots at the empty net. They missed, so there's not an icing call.
41 seconds to go in the game. Hong Kong working its way to a historic finish. Hong Kong, China going in, Renangan looking for his 4th goal. That one blocked, and here is Chao Ting-tong with another long shot. This one also blocked. 21 seconds remaining. Here is number 14, Timarenko. Puck goes into the Ukrainian bench. And frustration brews on the Ukrainian bench. 15 seconds, 2-goal game.
Scotty, can you feel it? I can feel it right here. 15 seconds left, face off in his zone here. They just got to make sure to tie up that center here, and the victory will be Hong Kong's. Left here.
Let the crowd roar. Hong Kong is going to take this game. And I do not know what to say.
I'm numb, Scotty. I'm numb. The Hong Kong team has played a great tournament, and this is obviously their best game of the tournament, which is the most important. Hats off to the coaching staff, hats off to the goaltender, everybody on that team. Also, to all the fans here that's cheering them on. Great game, great win.
And Hong Kong, against all odds, they have come up winner, and you can hear the voices, the crowds, the cheers, everyone around. And with that game, these are the unofficial standings. I've compiled myself during that chaos. For official standings, please do visit IIHF.com. This is a historic win. 4 games, 4 wins. They are the only unbeaten team in the division. 12 points, and they are 3 points clear of Ukraine and Lithuania. They hold the tiebreaker over Ukraine, and they hold the tiebreaker over Lithuania. So there is very little doubt that Hong Kong is going to be on a mission to gain promotion, but it is not a lock yet.
Exactly, not a lock yet, but they have to keep playing like they have been for the 4 games, and if they can do so, this is theirs. So, once again, I'm almost in tears here.
Hang on, let's do a little huddling here. Ukraine plays Lithuania tomorrow.
Correct.
So one team has to win, one team has to lose. Both of those teams, Hong Kong holds the tiebreaker over them.
Correct.
So Hong Kong, regardless of what happens tomorrow, they're getting promoted. Am I right, or am I not right?
You are right, but we don't want to say that, tell that to everybody, but tell that to the team.
I think everybody wants to know.
Well,
so if what we said, if what I said is correct, if what this chart is correct,
correct.
Then we're in.
Correct, because of the for a regulation win, you get 3 points. So
yes.
No matter what Ukraine and Lithuania does, so let's just say even Ukraine wins,
yes,
right? Hong Kong loses, they're tied. So Hong Kong has a tie on both of them. Now, of course, if the game goes in overtime, for sure now Hong Kong it's got the first place. So
Hong Kong is guaranteed a first place finish in this tournament, and the best players, let's not get over ourselves. Valeria Manchak, number 12. Now, from what I've read on the internet, Manchak's the hockey director of a certain hockey academy that Yanyuan goes to. And I could be wrong, it's all information from the internet, but there is this connection, special connection. And Manchak, definitely one of my favorites, being a world championship boxer herself and a karate champion in Ukraine. Nobody gets more stories than Valeria Manchak. Now, the serving winner and the best player of the game. I know this is not the first one for her. I think she fully deserves the win, the trophy or the prize. And she is the main reason we are in this situation right now.
Well, her for sure. Renee Ng, natural hat trick. You can go down the list of all the players here for Team Hong. We always talk about the team effort, right? But once again, Kiramov, outstanding. Kept that. The shots were how many? What was ridiculous? The chances. Remember the first period, the breakaway, the 2-on-1. Any of those goals in, that's a different game. They're play behind. So, awesome. Congratulations, Kira. You were awesome there.
Ukraine received the bronze medal last year. They're still eligible for it. They're going to still win a medal. Congratulations to Hong Kong, China. This is the loudest I've ever heard from a Hong Kong Chinese team. Now, before we end the broadcast, tomorrow we have a day off. On Sunday, day 7 of the tournament. Mexico plays New Zealand at 12:30. Ukraine plays Lithuania at 4 p.m. and Belgium plays Hong Kong, China, and that's Greenwich Mean Time plus 8 hours. Pete, any final thoughts on the game?
Yeah, final thoughts. I mean, again, for all those watching out there around the world in Hong Kong, wherever you are, all the young girls always say, look, if you're inspired, you know, this is a great game, team sport. Get out there. I mean, it doesn't matter if you know how to skate, you haven't skated, or wherever you are. Look at them. Everybody started, you know, somewhere. And you know, if these girls don't inspire you, I mean, I don't know what else. So, I mean, again, hats off to the coaching staff, all the players, all the parents, all the support. A great tournament so far here for Hong Kong, China.
Our final moment, tomorrow, the final game at 7:30. Sunday, final game at 7:30, and there's going to be closing ceremonies right after. And that's it for today. That's all the time we have. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you
Sunday.
Good night.
Woo!